try to understand, and I request all the friends to please try to understand this. This concept is an important concept in physics, in kinematics. So I request all of you please try to focus on this. Madam, please.
A truck moves 3 kilometers to the north.
Okay. Now, my dear friends, let us take this direction as north, so south, east, and this is west. For example, when you are standing, how to find out the north, south, east, west in your place? When the sun is rising, you stand towards the sun. Sun rises in the east, so that direction becomes the east, and your face is east, your back becomes west, sun sets in the west, and your left hand becomes the north, your right hand becomes the south, your left hand becomes the north, and your right hand becomes the south. Now I think you understood what is the north, south, and east and west. And in India, if you take an India map, towards north is the Himalayas are there. Towards south, Indian Ocean. Towards east, we are having Bay of Bengal. Towards west, we are having Arabian Sea. You stand and please try to understand which is north, south, and east and west. Okay, on white paper. On this white paper, let us take north, south, east, and west. So this is the direction. Okay, madam. Please now read the problem.
A truck moves 3 kilometers to the north.
See, a truck is moving 3 kilometers towards north. Means let this be the starting point of the truck. And because it is moving towards north, now we are drawing in the upward direction. In the north, because north is in the upward direction. According to this two-dimensional. Actually, north is just now we have discussed. Okay. 3 kilometers towards north.
And 4 kilometers to the west.
4 kilometers. So from here it is turning towards west. Means 90 degrees you have to turn towards 90 degrees towards west. See, this is the west direction. That's why now the truck is moving from B to C towards west. 4 kilometers. Here it is 4 kilometers towards west.
What is the total distance travelled by the truck?
So now in this case we are representing distance as S and displacement as B for our convenience. We can take any argument. So now the total distance is equal to, see, from here to here and here to here. Total distance is 3 plus 4. That becomes 7 kilometers is the actual path covered by the truck. Distance is nothing but the actual path covered by the truck, already we have discussed. Now the next is the displacement of the truck. I think madam, displacement. Now displacement of the truck is nothing but from A to C. This is the initial point and C, that is the final point. So you have to join the initial point to the final point. So now we are trying to join in these two. This is the shortest distance, my dear friends. So this shortest distance we call as the displacement. So okay, in that case the displacement we are using the alphabet D. Now in this case from A to B 3 kilometers, from B to C 4 kilometers, from A to C how much it is? Here we are having a triangle ABC. In this 90 degrees is there at B, and B it is right angled. So my dear friends, we can apply the Pythagoras theorem. You know the two sides. So the third side AC is nothing but equal to Pythagoras theorem is, if it is this is x, let this be x. We know that according to the Pythagoras theorem, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. So x square is nothing but equal to 4 square plus 3 square. So my dear friends, x is nothing but equal to under root of 4 square, that is 16, 3 square, that is 9, under root of 16 plus 9, that is 25, root 25, that is nothing but 5. So my dear friends, now A to C becomes 5 kilometers. See, when you are taking 25 under root, it is 5. So the displacement from A to C is 5 kilometers. So when the truck is moving, the distance is 7 kilometers and the displacement is Okay, madam.
A whale swims due east for a distance of x kilometers.
Okay. Now, my dear friends, I think now you are understanding what we are doing. Now, please try to do along with me. Let us do it togetherly. Please try to follow. Wave is moving. Now, in this case, wave is moving
due east for a distance of x kilometers.
The whale is starting from a point A. Let us think that the whale is starting from a point A and covering a distance of x kilometers in the east, in the direction of
East.
east. Okay. Let it move x kilometers. Let it be x kilometers in the direction of east and reach a point B. Okay.
Turns around and goes due west for y kilometers.
Okay. Now the whale is turning around. See, till there it went. From there it turned around. Completely turned and again moving. So, means what? It is turning around means what? It is moving for an angle of 180 degrees. And again it started moving. Okay, again it started moving. Okay, in the direction of west. Okay.
Y kilometers.
5 kilometers. Okay, let us think that it from B, it started moving up to C. And BC is, from B to C it is y kilometers, right?
And then turns around again and heads z kilometers due east.
Now again the whale is moving, again turning around, again moving towards east for a distance of z kilometers. Okay. Now let us think that, okay. Let us think that this is the final point of the whale, B. A, B, from B to C, from C to D. This is the point D. And this CD is Z kilometers.
What is the total distance travelled by the whale?
Now what is the total distance travelled by? Total distance means nothing but the actual path covered. So the actual path is, it went like that x kilometers. Again it came back towards the west for y kilometers. And again it went like that, z kilometers. So total distance is x plus y plus z kilometers. Now in the next case, that is the displacement. Now my dear friends, let us take all the things that are in the east direction as positive and in the west direction as negative. Let us take like that. You can take. So my dear friends, in this particular case, x moving towards x, we are taking as plus x. Again towards y, let us take it as minus y. Again towards the east direction, we are taking as plus z. So my dear friends, we can take like that. Or otherwise, see. My dear friends, please try to see. This is the starting point, initial point. And this is the final point. The distance between the initial point and the final point gives the displacement. In general, we will be taking one direction as positive and the opposite direction as negative. In general. So, my dear friends, let us see the next problem. Till now, we have been seeing about two problems. Madam, please.
If a body is projected vertically upwards,
see, a body is projected vertically upwards. Vertically means upwards means in the straight line. So the body is being thrown from point A, it is being thrown to point B. Vertically upwards, right?
it reaches to the top of the wall of height h.
Okay, there is a wall. There is a wall whose height is h. It is reaching to the top of the wall of height h.
Find the displacement of the body after it returns to the ground.
Okay. See, what he is asking you is, the body is being thrown, a ball or an object is being thrown to a height h, and again it is returning back to the same point. Means again it is coming back to the same point. Then see, it is traveling through a distance of h while going up, again h while coming down. Means the distance is nothing but h plus h. Total distance is nothing nothing but 2h. And the displacement is, see, that is the starting point and that is the same point as the ending point. So initial and the final positions are the same. So the displacement is 0. The units h meters. So unit is taken as meter. So this also is meter. So 0. No, here the displacement is 0 because the initial and the final points are the same. Right. Okay, madam. Next.
When a body is moved along,
I think now everyone might have understood this problem.
When a body is moved along a circular path of radius r,
Okay.
and completes one revolution,
Okay. So now we are taking a body is moving along a circular path. Okay, I may not be that good in drawing, but a rough diagram.
radius r smaller.
Let this be the center. So the radius of the circle is, let it be small r, and this point be A. Okay, madam.
And completes one revolution.
Okay, now this body is moving throughout the circumference again coming to the same point A. Okay, completing one revolution.
What is its displacement and its distance?
Okay, now the distance is nothing but equal to the circumference of a circle. The distance travelled is nothing but equal to circumference of a circle, which already we know it is 2 pi r. 2 into pi into r. And distance is already known. R is meters. So we can take distance also 2 pi r meters. The value of pi you can take it as 3.14 or 22 by 7 and we can do it. Now coming to the displacement point. See, this is the initial point. Again the body is coming to the same point. So the final point also is the same. So the distance between the initial point and the final point is 0 because both are at the same point. So the answer is 0 meters. So that is the distance is the actual path covered. Displacement is initial and final points. What is the shortest distance? So that is shortest distance is 0 meters. So that is the displacement. Okay.
A man moves along a circular track of radius small r. He starts from one end of a diameter, moves along the circular track, and reaches to the other end of diameter.
See, this is the other end of the diameter. Okay. And now he is reaching the point A. He is starting from here and reaching the point B. Okay.
What is the ratio of the distance travelled by him to his displacement?
Now, the ratio is being asked. Now, my dear friends, he is moving from A to B. So, in this case, A to B, when it is moving from A to position B like this is the actual path covered by him. That is, the distance is nothing but equal to, see, total is 2 pi r. This is only half of it. So, 2 pi r by 2 pi r by 2. So, 2 and 2 gets cancelled. So, the distance travelled is pi into r. Right. Next is the displacement. The displacement is nothing but the shortest path. So, this is the initial and this is the final. So, the shortest path is like this, the straight line. So, r plus r, that is 2r. The shortest path is displacement, which is equal to 2r. Now, he is asking you the ratio. So, the distance is pi r, displacement is 2r. R is common in both, you can cancel. So, the ratio is pi is to 2. You must be careful in observing. The ratio is distance is to displacement. If the question is asked as displacement and distance ratio, then the answer becomes 2 is to pi. The order is also an important thing. Okay. I think you might have followed this. Okay. Next.
If a body moves one quadrant of a circle with radius r
Okay.
along the arc AB,
Okay.
what is its displacement and its distance?
Now see, the body is moving along the circular path and it is moving one quadrant. Means one quadrant means one half, 1/4 of it. So means in this case, let us take this point as B. Okay. What is the distance and what is the displacement? So if it is B, so body is going from A to B here. So this is a path. This is the actual path. by 2. 2 ones to 2s cancel. So the distance is this is the distance. Okay. Now next is the displacement. See my dear friends, this is r and this is r, and join the first initial point and the final point. Already we know it is 90 degrees, and you know that we got the triangle OAB, right angle triangle. The two sides are already known to us, r and r. We don't know this. Let us find it out. So the displacement is nothing but is equal to x. Now let us find out the value of x. Pythagoras theorem, applying the Pythagoras theorem. X square is equal to r square plus r square. Pythagoras theorem. R square plus r square. So x square is equal to 2r square. So x is equal to under root of. So x is equal to root 2 into r. R square when it comes out it becomes r. So now the value became displacement is nothing but root 2 times of the radius. So many meters. That is the displacement from A to B. So I think now you understood what is the distance AB, the actual path, and also the displacement from A to B. Okay. Madam, is this a question? Expected answer? Next.
A body moves along the arc AB of circle with radius r.
Okay.
Which makes an angle 60 degrees with the center.
Okay.
Find its displacement.
Now, okay. Now let us see. Now the arc made is it's only 60 degrees angle. Now I request all of you can try. Every one of you can do it. Now, instead of moving 90 degrees, now we have to take a point at 60 degrees itself. So now let this point be B. This angle is 60 degrees. So my dear friends, now this is very clear. He is now asking you what is the displacement and what is the distance. I think no distance, only displacement.
Displacement.
Okay. Now my dear friends, please try to understand here. This angle is 60. Right. My dear friends, this side is r, radius of a circle, and also this side is r. So when these two sides are equal, definitely these two angles are equal. Let the angle be theta and theta. Now, my dear friends, we know that the sum of the angles in a triangle is nothing but equal to 180 degrees. So 60 plus theta, that is 2 theta, is equal to 180. So from this 2 theta is equal to 180 minus 60, that is 120. So theta is equal to 120 divided by 2, that is 60. So now we came to know that these two angles are also 60 each. 60 degrees and 60 degrees. That means all the angles are equal, means all sides are also equal. So this side is r, this side is r. So this side also becomes equal to r. So from A to B, the shortest distance is r. So the displacement is the shortest distance, that is from A to B, which is also equal to r meters. So I think now you understand. So now you came to know the now how to find out the distance in this particular case. Distance is nothing but the length of this arc. Length of this arc AB. For example, let the length of the arc be L. So my dear friends, please try to understand it. See here. For an angle of 360 degrees, the length of the arc is nothing but equal to the circumference of a circle, that is nothing but equal to 2 pi into r. Now, when the length of the arc is 60 degrees, now what is the length of the arc? What is this value? L is equal to, or x is equal to how much? So now this value is equal to, L is nothing but equal to 60 degrees into 2 pi r divided by 360. So 6 1 6 6 are 1 by 6th of 2 pi r. 2 1s 2 3s. That means pi r by 3. Pi r by 3 is the distance traveled. That is the distance, that is the length of the arc. solve it. Madam, please.
A man travels 3 meters along the north direction.
A man is starting from a point A and he is moving 3, is it meters or kilometers?
Meters.
So he is walking 3 meters towards north to a point and reaching a point B. Okay.
4 meters along the east direction.
Now from here he is going 4 meters in the east direction up to the point C. This is 4 meters in the east direction. So that's the reason why we have taken that direction. Okay.
And then 8 meters along the west direction.
See, again from C, he is turning towards west. Towards west again he is moving a distance of 8 meters. Means this is 4 and another 4. So the total is, this total is 8 meters towards west and reaching a point B. Okay.
The displacement of the man. Find the displacement of the
The
man.
displacement of the man is, see the man is starting from here, going to a point B, covering a distance of 3 meters. Again from here towards east 4 meters, towards west 8 meters. Okay. Now let us see. In this case, displacement means this is starting point and this is ending point. Now this is 4 and this is 8. So this part is only 4 meters. Now my dear friends, now you can understand. We got a rectangle triangle here. This is starting point and these ending point. The distance between the starting and the ending point is the displacement. So now in this triangle let the hypotenuse be x. We want to find out that x. You know the two sides is 3 and 4. Apply the Pythagoras theorem. X square is equal to 3 square plus 4 square. So x is equal to under root of 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, under root of 25, that is equal to 5. So x is equal to 5 meters. So my dear friends, now we got the value of x is equal to 5 meters is the displacement. So I think this is our starting point and this is our ending point. So the displacement is 5. Let us find out the distance now. The distance is nothing but the actual path covered. So the distance is nothing but 3 meters plus 4 meters plus 8 meters. So this complete is, means if you add 12 plus 3, that is 15 meters. So the distance is 15 meters. But the displacement is 5 meters. The distance is 15 meters. Now you understood what is the distance and displacement. The actual path covered is distance. Shortest path between the initial and the final point is the displacement. Okay, madam. Next. Now let us see the next problem.
A honeybee leaves its hive and travels a distance of 2 kilometers
Okay.
before returning to the hive.
Okay.
Is the displacement for the trip the same as the distance travelled?
So there is a honeybee. You all know the honeybee. You all know the honey. There is a bee's hive. Thenatiga. The honeybee is moving 2 kilometers. It is flying away for 2 kilometers. Right. Here is a hive. You know the honeybee's hive. There is a hive here. So it is moving a distance from A to B 2 kilometers. Again it is coming back to its hive. Means the distance is 2 while going and 2 while coming. So the total distance is 4 kilometers. And my dear friends, it is going and again coming. So the starting point and the ending point are the same. By this time you can tell me the displacement is nothing but equal to 0. 0 kilometers. There is no one. Because that is the starting and that is the ending point. So I think now you understood. Next.
What is the maximum and minimum displacement possible if a body moves along a circular path of radius capital R?
Okay. Already we have seen when a body is moving along a circular path of radius R, what is the
minimum and maximum displacement?
Okay. Minimum displacement is possible when body is moving from along the circumference and again coming to the same point. In that case, the displacement becomes equal to 0. That is the minimum. So starting at the ending means up to this side. So in this particular case, this is the minimum and this is the maximum. R plus R. R plus R, that is 2R. 2R is the maximum displacement, meters. 2R meters, that is the maximum displacement. When the body is going to the opposite side, you get the maximum. When the body is completing the circle again, going to the same point, the displacement is 0, that is the minimum possible. Okay.
There are n steps, each of dimension L.
Okay, this is finished. Okay. Now, my dear friends, please try to understand whenever you do whenever we solve any problem, we must picturize the problem. Picturizing the problem is the most important thing in solving a problem. Draw the diagram and write the given quantities and the units. All these are important things. Okay. Now, in this problem, we are going to.
There are n steps, each of dimension L, B, and
there are n steps are there. See, steps. N steps are there. Now let us take an example. This is like a step. Imagine that this is a step. Like that, n steps are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, n are there. Okay. Okay, madam.
If a man climbs n steps, what is his displacement?
So, whose length of the step is L and breadth is B and height is H. See here, the values are given as length of the step, breadth of the step and the height of the step are given as LBH. And there are n such kind of steps are there. Means see here is one step. Again here is one more step. So this is one step. And this is one more step. See, when this is one step, this side means this side. This side of the step is nothing but the breadth. This side of the step is nothing but the length. And this side is nothing but the height. Now, this displacement is, this one is nothing but, see, for x, which is equal to under root of h square plus b square. Pythagoras theorem. Simple, I have applied the Pythagoras theorem. See, for one step the displacement is this much. For n steps, see such kind of n steps are there. So, you have to go for finding out the displacement for all the steps. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 like that n. So, total displacement will be for n steps, it will be n into under root of h square plus b square. So, I think now you might have understood. For one step, the value we got, the displacement. For n steps, n into this. So many meters. So many meters. Displacement, the unit is L, B, H. All are given in MKS unit, meters. So, the value is given as meters. Okay, next.
Can the displacement of a body exceed the distance?
Can the displacement of the body be more than that of the distance? No, it is not possible. It is not possible. Okay, maximum it can be equal, but it cannot be more than that. Okay, next.
Does the magnitude of the displacement give the value of distance? Explain.
Magnitude of the displacement will not give the value of distance. In many cases, just now we have seen. So 15 meters, in that case 15 is the magnitude, but displacement we got only 5. So magnitude of the distance will not be giving the value of the displacement.
Displacement of the earth in a complete year is 0. Explain.
Displacement of the earth in complete year. If you take, my dear friends, earth moves in an elliptical path, ellipse. Please try to understand. To get a circle, there must be a single center. There is one center for drawing a circle, and the radius is r. With the radius, you can make a circle. Similarly, to draw an ellipse, you must take two centers. And if you can take two nails and you just take a thread and take a pencil, a loop of thread, take a pencil and keep drawing like that, you will get an ellipse. So an ellipse is having two centers, and a at one center we are having sun. Sun is at one of the center. And one center we call as the foci. One center we call as foci. Sun is at one of the center. And the earth is going round. In 1 year it completes one round. So the starting point and ending points are the same. So the displacement of the earth is 0 in one complete year. So that is the answer.
A body is placed at the east of the origin O.
Okay.
And start moving along the circle of radius R and comes to the position B. As it moves along the arc AB in an anti-clockwise direction, it makes an angle of 120 degrees with the center.
Okay.
Now find its displacement and the direction of the body at that particular point.
Okay. See here, once again.
A body is placed at the east of the origin O.
Just let me take a circle first. And this is the origin. Let us take the east. This is the point towards the east. This is the point A. That is the east direction. So the body is starting from here in the anti-clockwise direction. See, if the body is going along the clock direction, this is the direction. If you take a clock moves like this. This is called clockwise direction. And if you are moving against that direction, we call this anti-clockwise direction. Okay, in anti-clockwise direction, it is going from A to B, and
120 degrees with the center.
this angle is 120 degrees. This angle is 120 degrees. Okay.
Find its displacement.
What is the displacement? He is asking you to find out the displacement. That's what? R is the radius, right? So my dear friends, here we are having starting point at A, ending point at B, and the body is moving from A to B in the anti-clockwise direction. What is the displacement? Here please try to understand. The angle is given. The angle is 120 degrees. Now, for our convenience, we can drop a perpendicular from the origin O. We can drop a perpendicular on this side, on the side AB. See, when we drop a perpendicular, it becomes 90 degrees. This angle becomes 90 degrees. I think now you understand. And this angle becomes 120, half of 120 becomes, this is half of 120. Means it is 60. This angle is 60. That angle is 60. This angle is 90. This angle is 60. So definitely this angle will be, see, sum of the angles in a triangle is 180. So 90 plus 60 angle 30. So this angle is 30. I think now you understand. This point, let us call this point as point D. The foot of the perpendicular, let it be D. So my dear friends, let us see. We all know the Pythagoras theorem. We all know trigonometry. Let us use the trigonometric ratios now. My dear friends, let us see. This is a right angle triangle. This is a right angle triangle. This angle is theta. If this angle is theta, let the side be A, B, C. This we call as opposite side because it is opposite to theta. This is called adjacent side and this is called the hypotenuse. Now sin theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. The ratio of the two sides. Cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Let us find out only these two. This is enough. Now, my dear friends, see here. We know that in this particular triangle, if you take this as angle, this becomes an adjacent side. See, if you are taking this angle, this becomes adjacent angle. If you take this angle, this becomes opposite side. I think it is clear for you. distant side, let it be some x. Now let us find out. We already know that cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. This side is the hypotenuse, my dear friend. This is the hypotenuse. So now cos 30 degrees is equal to adjacent side we have taken as x, hypotenuse we have taken as r. So now my dear friends, the value of sin cos 30 is 1 by 2. The value of cos 30 is 1 by 2. So now replacing the value of cos 30. Cos 30 is
root 3 by 2.
Sorry. The value of cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Please try to understand the value of cos 30 is theta 0, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, sin 0 0, sin 30 1 by 2, sin 45 1 by root 2, sin 60 root 3 by 2, sin 91, cos 0 1, root 3 by 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by 2 and 0. Okay. Now cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Now root 3 by 2 is equal to x by r. So x is nothing but equal to, or 2x is nothing but equal to root 3 into r. Just cross multiplying root 3 into r. So now my dear friends, AB is nothing but x plus x. This is 1x and this is 1x. So that is 2x. So 2x is nothing but equal to, AB is nothing but equal to 2x, which is equal to root 3 into r. So the displacement, in this case the displacement is nothing but equal to root 3 times of r. So I think this is the answer. I request all the friends, please try to remember these two. Sin 0 is 0, sin 30 half, sin 45 1 by root 2, sin 60 root 3 by 2, sin 90 1, cos 0 1, cos 30 root 3 by 2, cos 45 1 by root 2, cos 60 1 by 2, cos 90 0. Please try to remember this one. I think, madam, this is okay.
If the same body moves to the point C and the arc AC makes an angle 240 with the center, find the displacement of the body.
Okay. Now the same body is making an angle 240 degrees. So 240 means this is 120 already came and again one more 120. So means the body is coming to a point 240. This is 120, that is 120. Totally it is 240. So the point is coming to another point C. Right. Now he is asking you to
Displacement.
the displacement. See my dear friends, the total angle is 360. Total angle is 360. Angle in a complete circle is 360. So if you just subtract 240, how much will you get? Again 120. So this angle is also equal to 120 degrees. Same thing, the displacement is again just the direction of change, that's all. The whole problem is the same. Again subtending, again x plus x, same value, the same thing. Both are the same because the angle is the same. So again the value is the same. Even though it is moving 240, the displacement is 2r, root 3 into r. Initial point and the final point and the shortest distance. Again that value is also equal to root 3 times of r. Finish. So my dear friends, till now we have seen some of the examples showing distance and displacement. You can take any number